Welcome to Solaria, the first city entirely powered by solar energy. My name is Sir Kit, and I will be guiding you along this tour of our exquisite home. This is Sir Kit's Solar Power Trip. Oh, bloody hell. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It seems we've encountered a power outage. Do not panic, I will figure out what went wrong. We'll be needing the sun back to see, though. There we go. Oh no, this isn't good. Our entire solar power grid has completely broken down. How could something like this happen? I'm afraid we'll have to build it up from scratch again. Hey you seem like the bright type. Help me out by building a couple solar cells to get things started again. I'd do it myself, but this kind of menial labor would be unfitting of a bulb of my statures. I'm sure you understand. Don't worry, I'll guide you through the process and provide helpful insights. Grab the cards from Deck A. This deck contains all the components you will need to build a solar cell. Try placing one on your playmat and see what happens. Let's reflect on this particular layer. Time to get out my magnifying monocle. The reflector helps the solar cell capture more sunlight, increasing its output efficiency. The more photons we get in, the more power we get out. It also gives solar panels their iconic blue tint. N-type silicon. We'll have to get microscopic for this one. This silicon layer has been enhanced to contain extra electrons, giving it a negative charge, hence N-type. Look at all those little electrons just waiting to be exploited. All aboard the conductors here. While admittedly a little dull on the surface, this semiconductive metal helps create a circuit. What makes this conductor layer special? Far from an ordinary slab of metal, this semiconductive grid has plenty of empty space to let solar rays shine on through. Here's a subtle hint. We do not in fact want a slab of metal on top of our solar cell. Exemplary conduct! The reflector helps increase efficiency, yes, but I fear that it might require some sort of protection from the natural elements. Where could this grid conductor fit best? The reflector helps increase efficiency, yes, but I fear that it might require some sort of protection from the natural elements. What is glass, you ask? A glass sheet lets the precious photons through while protecting the other components from environmental damage, much like a shining knight protecting royalty. Let's take a closer look, shall we? This silicon layer has been brutally modified to contain fewer electrons, creating those ghastly holes you see floating about. This gives the layer a positive charge, hence its P-type nomenclature. What might happen if we try to fill these hungry holes? This is quite the puzzle. How can the silicon layers combine their forces for the sake of electricity? Splendid grid, if I do say so. This is quite the puzzle. How can the silicon layers combine their forces for the sake of electricity? N-type silicon. We'll have to get microscopic for this one. This silicon layer has been enhanced to contain extra electrons, giving it a negative charge, hence N-type. This is quite the puzzle. How can the silicon layers combine their forces for the sake of electricity? Oh, perfect! Now that the silicon sandwich is flanked by conductors, I should be able to form a circuit and get the power I so crave. Allow me to demonstrate. Ooh, that tickles. Yes, that's nice. However, this is but a fraction of the power we'll be needing. See, the output of a single solar cell is rather weak. Their strength is in numbers. The average solar panel contains upwards of 30 cells. Yes, that's the way. Let's see now. Ah, yes, much more power. Great work. Now, let us use our newfound power to illuminate what happened to our dear solar city.